Section 28 of a Guidebook of Art, Architecture, and Historic Interests in Pennsylvania, edited by Margaretta Archambault. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read by Tatiana Chichilla. Lycoming County. Formed April 13, 1795, named for creek called by Delaware Indians Legani-Hana, Sandy Stream, or Lycomic. Mountainous with rolling hills. North Mountain, highest land, 2,550 feet above sea level. Formerly a lumber region, now chief industries are agriculture and manufacturing. Williamsport, county seat, founded 1796, population 36,198, has a system of well-kept roads. The Grampian and Valemont drives wind over the hills north of the city, giving a view over the West Branch Valley that is remarkable for extent and beauty. Courthouse built in 1860. City Hall and Post Office are mid-Victorian. Masonic buildings include the Masonic Temple, Scottish Rites Building, Acacia Club, and Howard Club. Franklin School, Mulberry Street, north of East 4th Street, has mural decorations of local scenery, a sweep of the Susquehanna near Jersey Shore. Artist J. Wesley Little. Christ Protestant Episcopal Church, East 4th and Mulberry Streets, has windows from England, also by Tiffany and Lamb. The James V. Brown Public Library, East 4th Street, French Renaissance, Pennsylvania white marble, built in 1907. Architect Edgar V. Sealer, Philadelphia. Contains a small permanent collection of paintings and an original portrait of Washington by Rembrandt Peale, painted in 1795. Art exhibitions are held here. Central Presbyterian Church, opposite Park Hotel, has windows by J. and R. Lamb. Covenant Presbyterian, West 4th and Center Streets, has large windows by Tiffany and Lamb. Trinity Protestant Episcopal, West 4th Street and Trinity Place, modern parish house used as a community center. Opposite is Way's Garden, 2 1/2 acres, with fine old elm trees. Annunciation, Roman Catholic Church, West 4th and Walnut Streets, Tiffany window, the Ascension. St. John's Protestant Episcopal, architects During, Oakey, and Ziegler, windows by Nicola DeCenzo. Brandon Park, beautiful with fine shrubbery, trees, and winding paths, has a bandshell, playgrounds, swimming pool. Monument erected by Daughters of the American Revolution, 4th and Cemetery Streets, on site of massacre of white settlers by Indians. Site of French Margaret's Village, niece of Madame Montour, noted on Skull's map in 1759, is now within limits of the 7th Ward. She was a notable character and enforced prohibition in her town. 4 miles east of Williamsport, on west side, mouth of Loyalsock Creek near Montoursville, is site of Austin Wacken, or Otsuagi, home of Madame Montour, famous French half-breed, who lived here from 1727, and was still there in 1742, when Count Zinzendorf came to the village. The Great Indian Trail from Muncie led up the Susquehanna River, on line of the present highway, through Austin Wacken, to East 3rd Street, Williamsport, then north of 3rd and Penn Streets to Park Street, there turned to West 4th Street and to Lycoming Creek, French Margaret's town. Muncie, population 2,054, on site of Fort Wallace, in 1778, commanded by Colonel Thomas Hartley. St. James's Protestant Episcopal Church, built 1859, English Gothic, architect Richard Upjohn, New York, who first used principles of Gothic architecture in America, has Tiffany Memorial window to Reverend Edwin Lightner. In Muncie Cemetery is monument to John Brady, a famous Indian fighter, granite shaft of excellent proportions. His grave is in the old Hall's burial ground at Hall's Station. Site of Fort Brady, south side of Muncie, residence of Captain John Brady, fortified by stockade, was place of refuge, continuing so after his death, burned with Fort Muncie in 1779, when Muncie Valley was overrun. Another on the frontier was Fort Minigar, built 1774 at White Deer Mills, north bank of White Deer Creek, probably stockade, included both fort and mills, burned 1779. Picture Rocks Village, founded 1848, here Indian picture writings formerly decorated walls of rocks, rising from Big Muncie Creek. Studio of the late J. Wesley Little. Fort Andis, opposite Jersey Shore, marked by Daughters of the American Revolution. End of section 28.